What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another one. Now, Nancy Guthrie case. I have a new but old theory. This is probably not a new theory, but I'm going back to the doorbell camera. I believe, and also I was just listening to Jennifer Coffindoffer video on this as well. She seems to think this is a well-planned group that did this because she's going back to the Bitcoin situation. She said, how do they know that those Bitcoin requests didn't come from the same organization? Hopefully you guys can hear me because I'm in the car. You know how it is when I'm in the car. If you can hear me, somebody let me know. Can you hear me? Press 1 or yes or. But I'm going back to the detail. The the money is in the details. It's right in front of our face. That doorbell camera. I was listening to Jennifer Coffindoffer. She comes on Brian Enton's show a lot. She's a former FBI agent, and I listen to her a lot because she make a lot of sense. She's she's focused on those Bitcoin requests, and the people that made the Bitcoin requests, they have a very, I wouldn't say advanced system, because if you know how to hide your IP address, it's kind of easy to do. I wouldn't say that's really advanced, but they knew what they were doing when they gave their Bitcoin address. They knew exactly what they were doing. I'm going to come to that in a second, but what I want to focus on right now is the doorbell camera, the front door camera. Whoever went to that camera, I believe they knew that that camera was offline, that the camera wasn't really picking up much, but there was absolutely two people there that night. I believe, just like Jennifer Coffindoffer, she believes that they hid the camera so that they can bring the getaway car in the front. I believe that is the case. I believe the getaway car was there, and he had to hide the camera. Actually, maybe he thought maybe he thought the camera was being recorded. Whoever it was, I don't know, but they wanted to hide that camera because of the getaway car. They took her away in a getaway car, and I honestly believe that she was, honestly, this is my opinion, I honestly believe she was taken to Mexico, man. I honestly believe that. And at some point, I don't want to say what I really want to say here, but I'm just focused on that doorbell camera because there's more than one person that entered that house that night. I believe she was in the house when the person entered the camera. Now, some people, I had originally said that she didn't even make it home. I originally said that in the last video. No, she made it home. She made it home because they have copies, they have recordings of her pacemaker and her elevated heart rate at a particular time. She absolutely made it home, but when she saw those people and they were masked, that's when the heart rate elevated. And this thing was done in such a way that it's hard to tell if it was somebody close to her. It's hard to tell. I go back to when she made that special with her and her mother. Somebody was watching that. If it didn't have nobody, if it wasn't somebody close to her that did this, somebody was watching that special and they knew that she had a certain amount of money. But I'm not ruling out that it was somebody close to her. I'm not ruling that out. But it was definitely the work of two people. Definitely the work. I know a lot of people are keying in on her son-in-law's bandmate. The thing is, we got to be careful with that because, I don't know. But I honestly think that the FBI, they onto something, and we're going to know eventually once an arrest is made. I honestly believe arrest is going to be made. Arrest is definitely going to be made at some point. These people think they got away with it. I don't think they did. But the FBI is not saying anything. They're not going to say anything to us until an arrest is made. They'll have a press conference. It'll be breaking news. It'll be a press conference. They will probably notify the president of what's going on because he had the FBI involved. He had all resources hands on deck for this. So I'm sure he'll get notified. He'll get briefed. He'll probably get briefed before the public gets briefed. And then it'll be a press conference. The people didn't get away with it. They didn't get away with this. They damn sure didn't get away. I believe they got more DNA evidence when they went back in the house. And they're hopefully those people are in the system though. Just because you get DNA evidence don't mean the people are in the system. They have to check 23andMe and all those other sites. Those sites were created, I believe, just for this reason. Because everybody get the same report back no matter what. Okay, you're mixed with this, and this. And I don't know how they're able to determine that, but they always say that. I think it was just they wanted to get a database just for this reason, so that they can match you up with other family members. This is not the work of a serial killer. It's not. This is the work. This is a crime of opportunity. Somebody wanted some money. Now, this one guy say that they requested for $6 million. They said that was a very funny number because somebody that is close to the family, they wouldn't request somebody that's really not don't have anything to do with the family. They will request more money. I don't know, but I do know for certain that these people they didn't get away with this. Eventually, it may be 2 months from now, maybe a year from now, arrest is going to be made. But I honestly think arrest is going to be made sooner than later. Um, the story is she left her people's house. They say that I don't know. I'm going to say this is unconfirmed, but I heard that her son-in-law dropped her off. He was the last person. I'm gonna tell you this, guys. I'm just speaking from my perspective. If I was her son-in-law and I was the last person to see her and drop her off, I promise you I would be losing my mind. I would be losing my mind right now, and I would be doing all type of, I don't know, talking to people or whatever, like, guys, I dropped her off. But I think that maybe it could be the FBI telling him not to say nothing if he didn't have anything to do with it. But I would absolutely be losing my mind because that means that somebody was watching when he dropped her off. Somebody was waiting in the darkness and waited until he dropped her off. Somebody has been watching that house and but the problem is, how are you going to watch the house without neighbors seeing cars staking out the house? Somebody would see something if they've been watching that house for a considerable amount of time to know that she gets home at a certain time, get dropped off at a certain time on the weekend. If I'm a betting man, it's somebody close to her still. But somebody's going to get arrested at some point. And not only is it going to be one arrest, it's going to be multiple arrests at the same time. Because think about this. Somebody knew that she got dropped off at a particular time. That means they would have to have been staking that house out. You can't stake that house out around there unless one of the neighbors is going to notice it. Somebody's going to notice. Every now and then you see a strange car that don't belong, they're going to notice. Um, it didn't get ice cold. The FBI is just not talking. We don't know if the case is ice cold yet because the FBI they don't give updates. They don't say, "Hey guys, this is what we're working on." They don't do that. They work in silence. They work in silence until an arrest is made. Then they will have a press conference. After the press conference, we won't hear from them again until the court, until this thing goes to court. When she was taken out of that house, I believe she was alive. Some people believe that she may have been given a sedative. How are you going to give her a sedative if you're going to, she's not going to be willing. I don't think she's going to willingly take a sedative. And then also, let me think about this. Also, that data wasn't retrieved right away from the camera. The FBI had to do it. That's troubling to me. That makes me seem like there's a cover up going on. They try to help out whoever. But eventually somebody's going to get caught. Multiple people are going to get caught. This is a hard case because it's like, it's hard to say, but you can't just stake out that house without somebody knowing, unless they got drones. Unless they got drones watching that house, but I don't think so. I don't know. That house, the way it's situated, the neighbors will see cars staking out that house. It's hard to stake out that house without somebody seeing you, because what are you gonna sit in front of the house, and then a neighbor drive down the street or walk their dog? They're gonna see you. They're gonna see the car and everything. Maybe all that information was given to the FBI already. We don't know. Maybe neighbors is already helping already, but the FBI is gonna be. They're not gonna let us know anything. It's a lot of strange things going on at the same time in this country with disappearances. It's a lot of things going on. Um, I was talking to somebody up at the Amazon spot. She said she was followed. She said she don't deliver packages 3 o'clock in the morning no more. Because some people start at 3 o'clock in the morning delivering packages, working from 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. She said that she don't do the 3 to 6 no more. She come in at 5. I said, why? She said she was followed. And I said, well, how you know you were followed? She said he was deliberately following her, and he let it be known that he was following her. For the first five stops, he was in back of her. When she would deliver her package, he will wait down the street. He will wait down the street. He wasn't close to her, but he'll wait down the street, and when she moved, he'll move. And I said, what kind of car was this person driving? Was it a male? She said, yeah, and it was multiple people. She think it was a van. And I said, well, did they just stop following you? She said she shook them. She shook them, and then she ran several red lights. She ran several red lights, and they ran the red lights with her. But that van is not faster than her car, because I was like, because she has an Acura, and it's one of them like nice ones, and she was able to shake them. She said she was doing about 90 or 100, and she shook them. She said they couldn't catch her. That van is not fast enough. It was an old school van. It wasn't gonna catch her. So I was like, wow. And this was like 3 in the morning, like close to 4 in the morning. Because when she got to the facility, it takes a while to sort the packages. So she left around 4 something. So they followed her for at least 20 minutes. And I told her when they stopped at the first location, I wouldn't have kept delivering. You know what I'm saying? I would at least went back to the facility, but she was kind of like far from the facility, like 15 minutes from the facility. But she was being followed. And the crazy part about it is her dash cam picked up the van. It didn't have it, it had funny license plates, it was out of state license plates. And when the police ran the plates is non existent. They old school plates. So I said, yeah, they were definitely gonna try to do something to her. Definitely whoever it was. They were out of state plates. But the plates didn't come up in the database. And I said, did she get a description? She only got a description for the person that was driving. It had tinted windows. It had this the one of the vans that the doors slide open, and it had tint. And so that's she lucky. I got followed one time before, but this was in Virginia, and that was like probably gonna try to, you know, try to rob me or something like that. And I ran lights too. I but see when I ran the light, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was like kind of traffic out. So you know how like you're waiting at a red light right now. I'm waiting at a red light. There's multiple cars in front of me. I got out of line and went head on with oncoming traffic, even though it really wasn't no oncoming traffic, and ran the light and people blowing at me. I said, y'all could keep blowing, but I'm not gonna sit up here and get robbed today. I don't feel like getting robbed today. You know, I had said that to somebody. They started laughing. They said, you don't feel like getting robbed today. I said, I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like. I said at that particular moment, I didn't feel like getting robbed. I wasn't feeling good, and I wasn't feeling good anyway. I had a slight headache. I wasn't feel like I had a headache. I didn't want to get robbed and have a headache. I said it just like that. I just didn't feel like getting robbed. And how do I know that they were following me? So what happened was I delivered a pizza. I delivered a pizza, and the person was outside. When I got to it was a one way, and when I went to the door, the guy said, "Hey man, thank you, whatever." And the guys was getting in the car. They had the COVID. This was back when people wearing a COVID mask. But normally people don't wear COVID mask at night when they're with each other. They had the mask on and shades on, and the guy was like, "Yo, get." He said, "I'm gonna watch you, but get safely in your car." And I said, "Yo, that don't look right." As soon as I jumped off his porch, I ran in the car, and as soon as I took off, they took off. And when I went to the intersection, it was like a light. It was a red light. I went through the light because there was no oncoming traffic. I went through the light. They went through the light. That's how I knew. I said, "Uh oh." Now this car was strange. The I never said. I don't know why they don't get caught. The windshield was tinted. The windshield, but in Virginia they don't stop you for that anymore. They don't stop you for that. The windshield was dark tint. That was crazy. So then I went to another intersection and I just ran that intersection and they ran the intersection as well. So then I turned on the main street, there was cars. So it was a red light and they were two cars in back of me and people were waiting for the red light. So I got out of line, went on to oncoming traffic. There was no oncoming traffic at the time. People blowing at me and I ran the light. They didn't follow me. And I thought I was safe. I said, "Oh, I'm good now." I shook them. They were in back of me again, but it was like several cars in back of me, but they're in back of me. So I said, maybe they're not following me. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, right? I'm like, I'm just being paranoid at this point. So I'm driving, and it's like maybe five cars in back of me. They're in back of me, and I turned into I don't know, it's a burger joint. I forget the name of it. What's the name of that burger joint? I forget. How come they turned in there? So I said, you know what, I'm being paranoid. Maybe they just want to get something to eat. I turn out and go back on the Broad Street. They turn out and go on the Broad Street. So at this point, I'm like, maybe it's just a huge coincidence. So I'm driving. They still in back of me. And they started high beaming me. Guys, I took the hell off and got back on no, I was on not Parham Road. This is when I was in Richmond. I got back on to the highway. I got back on and they got on the highway and I took the fuck off. I put this thing in sport mode and I took off. And then I got off at the next exit. They got off, but I made a couple turns and I lost them. They were definitely following me. That was crazy. Because I thought I was being paranoid. I said, maybe they're not following me. Yeah, they were following me. Then I went to my boy house. He said, yo, a couple delivery drivers had got robbed the other day. One dude got robbed at gunpoint and they took his car. So he said they could have been trying to get to you enough so they could point the gun at you. They take your car. But I told him, that's when I said I just didn't feel like getting robbed that day. He said, "What? I ain't feel like getting robbed, man. I didn't feel good." He said, "You didn't feel." He said, "What if you felt better? You would have got robbed." No, that wasn't the right time to rob me. I just didn't feel good, and I shouldn't have been out there anyway because I wasn't feeling well. I had a headache, had a migraine. You're not gonna rob me with no migraine. They're gonna take my cell phone, my car, and then I gotta walk and I got a headache. I said, they not robbing me. They not robbing me. That is not happening. Mm-mm. Maybe another time. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna go back. I got another block to pick up. I'm being greedy. Oh man. I say yes. I don't feel like getting robbed today. Not today. And one time I this was years ago. I'm freaking no, it wasn't years, it was a few years ago. Well, a couple years ago, it is a few years ago. I was delivering freaking for Uber Eats. And I went to this house, right? The house was dark as hell. That's why if a house is dark, I don't deliver to no house that's dark, yo. Like if you ain't got no lights on, you're not getting your food, yo. That was my rule back then after this because I got freaked out. So the house was pitch black. It was one of them old creepy looking houses. And I'm looking around, I ain't see nobody. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go deliver this to the porch, right? And get the hell out of Dodge. And I'm going to the porch. It's one of them like old country looking porches, right? Something out of Driving Miss Daisy or some shit. Like back during slavery times. That's how the place looked like. It's a old it was a old now what I'm about to tell you is about to freak you out. It's a old I got two stories that's gonna freak you out. This gonna freak you out. So it's like one of them old plantation houses, but it looked abandoned. But that's the address it told me to go to. So I'm looking around. It's a long dirt driveway that, but then you get to then you when I get out the car, the porch is to the left hand side. So I get out, I ain't see nobody. I said, I'm just gonna deliver this shit and keep it moving, right? As soon as I put the damn thing down, all I heard was in a creepy voice, "Thank you." And I'm looking, I'm right here. I look, it's some old dude with his beard, like a gray beard, looking creepy as hell, just sitting there. I didn't see, guys, I'm telling you right now, I looked, I didn't see him. I didn't see him, yo. But maybe my eyes weren't even checking for him. Looking like fucking, he looking like a creepy ass Santa Claus, right? I said, all right. I didn't even say nothing to him. I just got off the porch and went a beeline to my car, yo. And then I hit reverse because I could turn around. I hit reverse all the way out of there. I hit reverse all the way out of there, yo. That was creepy. I was like, was this a fucking ghost, yo? Because I didn't see him at first, but he was all the way down the porch. He was all the way down, so maybe I just didn't see him. Thank you. That's all he said. Not thank you, like have a good one. Not like that. Thank you. No, hold on. Thank you. Thank you. Just like that. Thank you. I ain't say nothing. I just got to my car. I hope I don't trip. Because you know in the scary movies, motherfuckers be tripping, right? I hope I won't trip. And got right back in that car and hit a reverse. I reversed on out of there. I got another story for you. Um, you can Google this. Richmond, Virginia. You can Google this one. Richmond, Virginia, the city of Richmond. Richmond, Virginia, haunted house. The lights come on at night. You can Google it. It's a story about this house. The lights just come on, yo. And the house has been abandoned for years. And the lights just come on. Okay? And it ain't no homeless people living in there. I know what you're gonna say. Maybe it's homeless people living. Nope. Because no everybody know about the house. It's a creepy ass house. And they said it's haunted. So yours truly had a delivery to make. Yours truly had a delivery to make. The house next to it. How about I got the wrong house? I got the wrong house. I delivered to that house. I just put it on the porch and kept it moving, right? The lights were on. I ain't think nothing of it. I said, okay, the people home or whatever. So then I'm driving, I'm leaving. The person at the next house, yo, yo, yo. He did like this. I said, yo, what's up? He said, yo, that's my food. You delivered to the wrong house. See this number? I said, oh shoot. I said, my bad, my bad. I went back and get the food. I just went back and got the food. The lights were off. Okay, I said, damn, that's strange. Like, I guess somebody got creeped out in the house and cut the lights off because I'm at their house. So I grabbed the food and went back to him. He said, yo, he said, shout out to you, man. He said, if you didn't want to go back and get that food, I would have understood. He said, I would have just marked it as somebody stole the food so they can re-deliver the food and you wouldn't have to go back to that house. I said, oh, no, it's not a problem. He said, yo, the house is haunted. I said, what house is haunted? He said, the one you just went and got the food from. He said, was there lights on? I said, yeah, there were lights on, but it's not on no more. He said, that house don't have electricity. He said, I said, yes, it do. I said, the house lights were on. He said, don't have electricity. The state already came. I said, well, there's somebody homeless in there. He said, it's not. He said, bro, I live here. There's nobody homeless living there. Needless to say, this is back when I used to drink. When I say used to drink, I ain't drank a lot. A little wine here and there, right? Actually, no, I was drinking a lot of wine at the time because it's during COVID. I said, bro, the lights were on. He said, I believe you. I said, but the lights ain't on now. He said, yeah. He said, the ghost cut them off. I said, bro, I don't believe in that bullshit. I said, man, there's somebody homeless there, yo. I said, let me go over there and knock on the door, yo. I said, somebody, he was like, bro, don't go over there. Right when I was getting ready to go back over there, the lights just started blinking. It blinked 3 times and it went off. I said, somebody messing with us. There's somebody over there. He said, bro, it ain't nobody over there. He said, I'm telling you, I live here. So he said, just Google the house, yo. He said, that's all you got to do. I Googled the house, guys. I said, I got to go home and get some wine. I got to go home, yo. It really is haunted, yo. A lot of people talk about that house. Nobody, that house cannot get sold. Every time somebody want to buy the house, something strange happened, and they just like the hell with it. They like the hell with it, yo. All right, I'm just gonna hang out here. Mm. I'll be on it. It's 11 o'clock. I've been out. Oh, let me tell y'all. I gotta tell y'all what happened today, yo. I got some free money. Yo, Amazon don't give a damn, yo. I'm telling y'all, yo, they don't give a damn, yo. If y'all want to get some free money, come deliver for here, yo. They don't give a damn. So what happened was, I got there this morning. My block was from 5:30. It was a 4-hour block, 5:30 to 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. But when I looked at the packages, it said it has to be delivered by 11 a.m. I said 11 a.m. I'm gonna get it done way before 11 a.m. They gave me the wrong packages because I wasn't gonna get it done because my shift was over at 9:30. I'm not gonna go past 9:30 because they ain't paying me for that. So I called support. He said, "Oh no, they gave you the wrong packages." He said, "Don't worry about it. Just take them back." I said, "I only delivered 4 packages," and I said, "Because it was I was calling. I said traffic is backed up. No, just deliver them back. 4 packages is good." I said, what? For what y'all paying me? He said, yeah, 4 packages is okay. He said, we have a return policy. He said, just go on your app when you get back to the spot. I'm here now. Hold on. He said, I picked up another one. Because somebody told me on YouTube you only allowed to do 2 blocks a day. That's bullshit. You could do it. Yo, look, there's people camped out here. They do this all day. They giving away money out here, yo. Guys, they're giving away money. I think people be hating on YouTube. They be straight hating, giving away false information. Oh, they only cap you at 2 deliveries and 2 delivery blocks. No, that's bullshit. You could do it until you get tired. And if you get tired, just bring the packages back. You ain't got to do them all. I ain't never seen nothing like this. I didn't know that. This a hustle. That's no wonder people be out here. The guy said, yeah, if he said, I never speed. I never do the speed. He said, I never speed. I drive the speed limit. I said, but how are you going to get the stuff done? If I don't get it done, I return it. Yo, I returned, I kid you not, I returned 32 packages. They were cool with it. Still paid me. I was like, I'm not getting penalties. Like, no. He said, you can't help that there's traffic. That's what this manager, she's like a manager. So you can't help that there's traffic out there. Just bring it back. I said, okay. Now I know. But people be camped out here all day long. No, now I see why. You could do it until your heart content out here, until you tired. Let me roll the window down just a little bit. We got them bees out here. You know how I am with these bees. These bees like me because I got the sweet meat. But so it was a lot. I ran into a lot of traffic. It was like an accident, and then they had a road closure. And then it was an accident. I was in traffic for like an hour, almost an hour. And I'm like, yo, I'm supposed to be done by like 9:15 or something like that, man. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's 8 o'clock now. No, it's 8:20 now. So I called them. They said, oh no, I'll take them packages back. It was a mistake. That was free money. I only delivered 4 packages. I did deliver somebody TV though. Somebody ordered a TV, man, and I had to deliver that. They giving away money out here. I said, I didn't know it's like that out here. No wonder people be camped out in this parking lot. And if you're like close to the facility, you get the blocks easier. That's why people be like camped out here. I ain't know it's a lot of foreigners up here. And foreigners be taking it, doing it. But I know for next time though, he said, no, don't rush and get this done. If you don't get it done, if you don't feel like delivering them, bring them back. So okay. And they still pay you the whole amount that they're supposed to pay you. Just because you attempted. It's crazy. Oh, that haunted house. Did I tell you that story, Ron? Yeah, that haunted house. God, I was spooked out. I said, dude, and then he was like, see, I told you them lights. He said, the ghost heard you. I said, bro, there got to be somebody in there. He said, ain't nobody in there. And then I looked it up. Nobody's in there. And even the homeless people scared to go in there. And they got this book called Haunted Places in Richmond because of the Civil War was there. And so many people died that it's haunted. That's what they said. No, I had a total of, hold on, I'll tell you right now. I had a total of, no, I made some deliveries today. I had a total of 46 packages and I delivered 4 of them and returned the rest. Yep, returned the rest. I was in traffic. It was a backup. It was a mess out there. But anyway, I wasn't, and then it said, I could have kept going, right? Because it said that I had till 11 a.m. to deliver the packages. But my shift said I'll be done at 9:15. So I called him. I said, look, my shift is at 9:15. He said, oh, we gave you the wrong packages. He said they gave you the wrong block. He said, just return them. You still get paid. He said, even if you couldn't, he said, because we realize you have to do the speed limit. Because I be wondering sometime, like, damn, like, I be trying to rush and get this done. They said, no, never rush. Just do speed limit. And if your shift is over at 8:30 and you see that it's 7:56, come on back to the station. You're not gonna get it done. I was like, really? He said, yeah, you still get paid. And you got 24 hours to bring them back to the station. Yo, it's like no wonder all these people be out here. This is easy money. I was like, what the hell? You see, I'm back out here, right? I'm right here. You heard me? I don't spotted the hustle. I'm right here. I could have don't took myself back down to where but I said I'm gonna stay right up here. I picked up something for 12:30. Yep, 12:30. I'm right here. I'm in the parking lot. I'm posted up, Chantel, at the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Look, just in case I might not can't do it again. You know what I'm saying? And then sit out here again. He said, "Yeah, never rush." This Indian dude told me. He said, "No, me and my wife do this. We out here all day, man." He said, "We'll be out here all day." And he said, "The next day, we don't be out here all day. We don't come out here at all." I said, "You out here every other day? You got it. All day." He said, "From sun up to sundown, man." I said, "Yeah, but they only allow you to deliver for 8 hours." No, that's not true. If you get a block, you get a block. Crazy, yo. I said, "You mean I could just come back up here?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "But what if you don't get it all done within the time? You bring it back and you still get paid." I'm like, you see, I'm right here, right? Right up here. It's nice out here today. It's a little hot though, a little on the hot side. But I look at it as I'm getting my steps in. I need to get my steps in and get the sweat because by me walking every day is actually working. I'm getting the weight down. And the thing is, you know how it gets real hot out here. Last year it was so damn hot. I thought slavery was back. It was so good damn hot. And by me getting the steps in, it's actually I'm shedding the weight. Soon I'm gonna get my 6 pack and I'm gonna be out there in the beach with my Aquaman shorts on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be out there with my Aquaman shorts doing the Shawn Michaels. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I ain't gonna have no Aquaman shorts on. You know how some people be out on the beach with that t-shirt on? I'm not like I gotta take, I need some sun anyway. You see how light my arms are? I need some sun. I need some sun bad. Yes, indeed. I should have put some shorts on today. I should have put some shorts on. I didn't think I was going. I thought I had a catering order today. I thought I had a catering order, but it was going to I was going to Brooklyn. I ain't feel like driving to Brooklyn. Mm-mm. I did not feel like driving to Brooklyn today. I just didn't feel like dealing with that city traffic. Just didn't feel like dealing with it. Didn't feel like dealing with it at all. Nancy Guthrie, man, that case is a mess. Put this air back on before my phone cut off. That case is a mess. But yeah, for sure, arrests are gonna be made. This world is just turned upside down, man. They had the Haitian Flag Day in Irvington, New Jersey. Guys, they were shooting. It was just all type. It was all types of drama going on. I think Chantel. I think I sent that to you. I don't know if I sent you that video or not. It was so damn ratchet. They got the shooting. This is broad daylight. Got the shooting in broad daylight. They're supposed to be celebrating Haitian Flag Day. I have never heard of that before. And I'm from here. I didn't know they celebrate Haitian Flag Day, but they did. It's like Haitian Day. Man, it was all types of stuff going on, all types of fighting, all types of everything. I don't know if it was just the Haitians doing it, but I don't know if it was just the Haitians doing it, but it was Haitian Flag Day. I know they like talk about it. Look at them, right? They do like, ooh, look at them Americans. They don't know how to act right. Y'all didn't know how to act right. The Haitian Flag Day, they're out there shooting, yo. It was crazy. I don't go to stuff like that. You know, like the West Indian Day Parade and all that in Brooklyn on Eastern Parkway. No, thank you. I know somebody got killed out there. They had plenty of shootouts. At night, they start shooting. It ain't worth it. But yeah, Haitian Flag Day. I'm like, what the hell is this? And like I said, they got the shooting, broad daylight, just shooting up in the air and shooting at people. Then they start shooting at people. Nobody got shot though, thank God. I think one got shot, non-life threatening though. It's crazy. I don't go, like I said, I don't go to stuff. People like, hey, you wanna? I don't do festivals and all that. I don't like being around like that. There's something always break off, and I'm not. I know my one of my boys say, yo, meet us at the bar. I'm like, I'm not doing all that, yo. I'm not meeting y'all at the bar. And that bar they wanted to meet us at, they ended up having a shootout at the bar. People running and everything, they were fighting and shooting. I'm too old to be dealing with that stuff now. I didn't even deal with that stuff when I was younger, to be honest with you. The last time I hung out with my friends from high school like that is when we went to a fair. They talked me into going to the fair. I didn't even want to go to the damn fair. And we wound up getting in a fight. It was like a melee broke out. And next thing you know, like the crowd, it was like a battle royal, everybody fighting. Next thing you know, I'm on the ground and don't know how I got on the ground. And I had to hop the fence. Me and my boy, we had to hop the fence to get away from the melee. It was like a bunch of robots out there, just like demons or some shit. It's crazy. Oh, let me tell you this. So there's these videos going around. I don't know if you guys saw them. There's these videos going around. These people talking about Trump is supposed to announce a meme coin. He's supposed to announce a cryptocurrency coin. He said, yeah, because China, when he went to China, him and China made a deal, and they're going to announce a coin that they're using, okay, to trade oil. And there's multiple people making these videos, right, to get people to buy those coins. Now, yours truly, I did buy some of the coins just in case if it's legit. You know what I'm saying? I put a little something into it, not much. You know what I'm saying? Less than a hundo. You know, just to see. But some of the stuff going up though, it is. But it's this one coin. Let me tell y'all something. I promise you before anything. I put into this one coin. If that coin goes over $4, if it goes up to $4, I promise you, the next time you see me, I'll be on a beach in Southeast Asia. I promise you that. I would be out there for at least 2 months. I would be out there. Next time I go live, it'll be like pitch black where y'all at. Like, damn, Max, it's light outside. Where you at? Is this like a recording? No, it ain't no recording. I just want to go out here and just go out there and meditate. I just want to go out there and meditate. That's what I'll be doing. Doing the most on the. Actually, I'm not going nowhere. I had to go. The World Cup is coming. The World Cup. So after the World Cup. But if that coin, they said he's supposed to announce it on the 30th or the 5th. Some videos say the 5th of the month, next month. Trump is supposed to have a press conference, and they said the Simpsons predicted it. They said the Simpsons predicted it, but I think that's AI trying to get like a pump and dump. They trying to get people to buy these coins so they can make some money. I will be right out there. All they need to do is go over $4. All it has to do is go to $3, and that's a good payday. But this is how they start the videos out. Guys, Trump is gonna make people millionaires at the end of the month. I'm like, come on, really? He said the reason why he went to China is because they're gonna be working out some meme coin that they're gonna a cryptocurrency coin they're gonna be using to a cryptocurrency coin they're gonna be using to trade oil. I'm like, y'all lying. But I did buy some anyway, just to let y'all know if I lost money, and I'll let y'all know if I lost money. Now, if I made a lot of money, you ain't gonna know, but there will be signs. Okay, there will be signs. Next thing you know, I'm like this. Welcome back to another video, guys. I'm be like this. The beach is all around me. Y'all like, damn, it's like midnight where we are. Where the hell is Max at? Why is it daylight? Is this a recording? No, it ain't a recording. I'm just out here just trying to find myself. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like I just need to go find myself, just meditate. You know what I'm saying? With a night, I have my book in my hand. Y'all be like, okay, so where are you at? Like, how did you get out there? Like, you have sometimes, guys, when people get a little piece of money, they don't know how to act, right? They be like, well, you get all brand new and shit. Like, okay, guys, sometimes you just have to seize the moment. Sometimes, guys, you just have to live your life and seize the moment. But I can teach you how I did it. Y'all know I'm full of shit. Y'all know I'm gonna be full of shit. You're gonna be like, he did hit on one of them coins. He did. I'll be right in the scooch. I'll be right over there with what's her name? Um, Fiona. Now, I sent Fiona Ryan. I sent Fiona this video because she's hell bent on coming to New York and get on them damn subways. I said she didn't, and the crazy thing is she didn't even reply to me when I sent her the video on what's going on. This lady, she was on the subway and she rubbed up. She said she didn't want to touch the subway rails with her hands, so she kind of just wrapped her arm around the subway thing while she was standing on the subway, and she caught this disease on her arm, and it had a mold on her arm. Whatever it is, it put a mold on her arm, and she had to go get it freeze off. She had to go to dermatologist. And I said, Fiona, she ain't even respond. She didn't even respond, because I told her, I said, I don't know. I said, because I know how to say no. She gonna say it. She gonna come back and tell y'all Max did not get on that train with me. I'm not. This is what I told her. I said, look, I said, I drive you wherever you gotta go. Ask Rachel when she came there. Rachel was chill. I had this car. Rachel was chilling, even though she was complaining, talking about I'm driving too slow. But we were all up and down New York City. We were all up and down New York City. And I did not get on the train not once. She did though. I'm telling you guys, if you can avoid, I avoid taking the train. I can't do it. And I sent her that video how the lady got that mold on her arm for touching the subway thing. She ain't even respond. That means she still want to get on that train. I want to be like Fiona, the train. She already been. The thing is, she's been in New York. She know about the subway. It's not like Japan. Them subways is nasty. They having a strike right now though. The Long Island Railroad. I think they still having a strike. So people got to commute to work, like with their own cars. Man, shoot, it's 11:27. I got to go in there at 12:30. I might take a nap. I might just sit back and just. But the problem is, if I take a nap, I wake up, it'll be 2 o'clock. I'll be pissed. I can't do that because I've been on laid back and went right. And it's actually no, I won't because it's too hot out here. But guys, I got a surprise for y'all. Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know what the surprise is? We got something coming with this channel. I got a surprise for you. I'm gonna be boots on the ground again, and it's coming soon. Within the next 4 weeks, 3 weeks, going to the World Cup. I just announced it. I'm going to the World Cup, guys. Now I know what y'all saying. Max, the World Cup is in the United States. I know, but it's going to be at MetLife Stadium, not too far from me. So you know I'm gonna be up there tailgating. And guess another thing, Neymar Jr. Hey Ryan, Neymar Jr. just made the Brazil team. You know Brazil is my team. They just they gave Neymar the nod, man. They gave Neymar the nod. They said, Neymar, you got it. You on the select KO. That's how they said the select KO. And he just announced it on his YouTube, guys. He did it, yo. He wanted to cry, but he tried to announce it all cool. Yeah, guys, I just got the word that I'm on the select KO. I'm on the World Cup, man. No, he said, I just got word I'm headed to the World's Cup. No, bro. Don't say it all. Don't try to be cool about it because he was worried about it. He as soon as he started his video, by the way, I just got word I'm headed to the World's Cup. I made the national team. Listen, Neymar, you were gonna make the team. They need you, but the problem was they're not sure if he's fit or not. That's what they was trying. That's what they were worried about. They were worried about his fitness. He's the all-time leading goal scorer for the Brazil team, all-time leader. But I think they're gonna be playing the United States. So guess what? I got another announcement to make. Why you think I'm up here twice a day, yo? I'm buying a ticket. Oh yes, I'm gonna be right in the stadium. Oh yes, oh yes, acting a fool. Cause Brazil is my team, yo. Brazil is my team, and I'm gonna be in that stadium acting a complete fool, a complete fool. And I'm gonna record everything. It's gonna be live too. Actually, you can record. Sometimes they be beefing with you if you live. Guys, I'm going to the World's Cup, yo. And right when I found out Neymar is on the team, because I wasn't gonna go like, man, I want to see Neymar, right? I want to see him and all the players, not just Vinicius Jr. Vinny Jr. He gonna be on the team too. But Neymar, he just got the word today. They made it official. Neymar, congratulations, you back on the select KO. You back on the World Cup. He tried to be all cool about it, like, yeah, I'm headed to the World Cup. Like, come on, man. But yeah, he started crying when because he played for Santos. He back with his original team. They started chanting his name in the stadium. They say, "Congratulations, you going to the World Cup." He started crying. Soccer mean everything over there. And the reason why I follow Brazil, I've been there. But my guy is Ronaldo. The Brazilian Ronaldo. Not Cristiano Ronaldo, even though he cold too. But the Brazilian Ronaldo. And Ronaldinho, Cafu, Roberto Carlos, Kaká, you know what I'm saying, Nelson Dita, Hulk. They all got them colorful names, Hulk, um, Socrates, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And of course, you know what I'm saying, Pele. But I wasn't around when Pele was playing. But yeah, man, I can't wait, guys. Guys, we're going to the World Cup. I'm gonna be boots on the ground, guys. But then also I gotta figure out how I can get me a piece of money. Because people gonna need rides, right? So I'm thinking about this. People gonna need rides. What else can I do? They gonna need private drivers. I was thinking about getting me a temporary peddler's license and be out there in the stadium selling stuff. What can I sell? You know what I was thinking about selling? Them bougie waters people like that come in the blue bottle, the sparkling water. People like that. Might give me a case of those and freeze them and bring them out there. I gotta figure out how I can make a piece of money though. The traffic is gonna be horrendous, but that money will be worth. That's what I'm thinking about, Chantel. But when Brazil play, I have to be in that stadium, Chantel. I'm gonna be there acting a complete fool. I'm gonna have the jersey on and everything. I'm gonna have Neymar jersey on and everything. They gonna think I'm Brazilian by the time I get up out of there. They think I am already. Some people do. When I was in Brazil, people kept like talking to me as if I was Brazil. I said I'm not Brazilian. I thought it was a B. And like I'm not Brazilian. They said, oh no, okay. I can't wait. It's a once in a lifetime experience. For me, it's twice because the first time the World Cup came was in '94. It came to the United States, and I was at the same area. But back then they called it Giant Stadium. But I didn't go in though. I was tailgating. This time, if Brazil, because I think they come into MetLife, Brazil, for some of the group play, I'm going in there, yo. I don't give a damn if I got to spend $500 for a ticket. That's a once in a lifetime experience, and that's my team, yo. That's the last time Neymar has taken the pitch. It's the last time. That's the last time he's taking the pitch for the national team. He's gonna be on the pitch. I can't wait, yo. Especially if they win, I'm gonna be acting a complete fool if they win, yo. I might start crying. Yeah, y'all gonna get y'all money worth with me. Yo, I'm like, yo, he out here acting a fool. Yeah, we less than 3 weeks away now from the World Cup. Guys, opening games kick off in Mexico City. I told Liz, are you going? Because the World Cup gonna be in Los Angeles too, and Atlanta. I think Heaven, she's going to when they go to ATL. She's gonna be at that. But I told Liz they're gonna be in at the Rose Bowl. They're gonna be at the Rose Bowl in Los Angeles. No, they're gonna be at that new stadium. And the opening games kick off in Mexico City. I said, so Liz, you going to Mexico? But no, Liz about to pop. Liz is due in August. She ain't going nowhere. She said she already waddling when she walked, wobbling when she walked. So Liz is due in Leo season. The baby coming in August. So I'm gonna have to go out there to see what she up to. Yeah, she having a baby. The baby is due in August. She's having a girl. Her name is Jamina. Yep, Jamina will be here in August. Yeah, Liz ain't getting no sleep. But she big now though. So it's getting closer. She ain't having no problems either. No problem. This is her first, you know. She ain't having no problems. It's her first child. You know, some people they be sick and all that stuff and bedridden. She's not. She's still working. She just announced to them yesterday that she's taking off for maternity leave in August. And they say congratulations, but yeah. Leo season. I told Liz, why she come on my birthday? She gonna go into labor on my birthday. She said, real? I said, yeah, I think so. Leo season. Let me go tell Dr. Umar. Leo season. Yep, she due in August. And I told her, I said, you better be watching my live chats when Brazil takes the pitch. She said, you going in there? I'm going in there. I'm going in, yo. I don't give a damn if I got to spend 500 for the ticket. I don't care. Even if I got to spend $1,000 for a ticket, I'm going to do it because this is a once in a lifetime experience. I'm going to do it. Your wife didn't have much problems. Only she knew the time because her water broke. That's how Liz is. She said the baby is kicking a lot. She's kicking. She said all day she'd be kicking. Then she said she could tell when she go to sleep because she stopped kicking, and then early in the morning she kick again. I said that baby gonna keep you up, Liz, because she active already. She gonna keep you up, man. It's crazy with the 3D technology they take on the babies. You can almost see how they look like. That's crazy. They took a 3D image and it's like it's a whole baby right there. That's crazy, man. That's technology for you. My mother, they had to put my mother to sleep. They had to have surgery. They had because I was too big. I was 10 pounds, and it's her fault I was 10 pounds because my aunt, rest in peace, my aunt, she said your mother ate night and day. She said I never seen no woman eat like that. She said she ate night and day. She said we had to keep going to the grocery store. Your mother just kept eating. She said you need to calm down before you get. What did she tell? She said before you get temporary diabetes, and she wound up getting that too. She got temporary diabetes. Um, she had to be bedridden. She couldn't stop eating. And then I kept eating with her, I guess, and I was 10 pounds, man. And she said, I can't. She said, listen, she said, do I look like a horse to y'all? She said, y'all better put me to sleep and cut him out. Yeah, I took all, and I'm like that. I like to eat. And you know what she said? The doctor said no, because the doctor that was in the emergency, the doctor that was in the emergency room was my doctor's husband. They had a practice together, but her husband delivered me. And guess what? Her daughter was born the day after. My doctor until I was like 19 years old. And she's still a doctor to this day. She's still practicing. She don't deliver babies though, but she still have her. She's a pediatrician. So what happened was she got delivered the next day. Then no, 2 days later, because me and her daughter the same age, and her daughter's a doctor now too, a pediatrician. We grew up together because we went to the same school, same grammar school. But what happened was my mother started arguing with her husband, which the doctor. He said you could do this. You could have natural. Just stand up. Just stand up. And then she said, I'm not. Do I look like a horse to you? I'm not standing up and having him. She said, y'all gonna go ahead and put me to sleep and have surgery. No, ma'am, you could do it. She said, no. This boy ain't gonna tear me up. She said, you better go ahead and cut him out, or I'm just gonna die. She said, so that's it. And they had surgery. And then when they took me out, the nurse dropped me. Okay? The nurse dropped me. That's why I'm like I am now. That's why something wrong with me. The nurse dropped me. I should sue. Can I still sue? She dropped me on the scale and broke the scale because they were trying to get me to cry. You know how they keep patting you? And then my aunt was standing there when they were doing it. She said, you beating the kid. She said, he's breathing. He's not red. He's obviously breathing, but they wanted me to cry. And I wouldn't do it. And then when they dropped me on the, she dropped me by accident on the scale and broke the scale. Then I started crying. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I dropped him. I'm so sorry. And my aunt said, yeah, you dropped him. And you dropped him hard. She dropped me hard. And I started crying. And I don't remember it. But then they was fixing my mother up. And they put me on my mother. And my mother was like halfway. She was coming back too. And then she looked at me. She said, this a baby? What is this? She said, he's big. Like, but then I lost the weight. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a skinny kid. I lost the weight. But that's what happened. They dropped me on the scale and broke the damn scale. That's crazy. I don't know if they dropped me on my head. I'm not sure. My aunt just said they dropped me and the scale broke and it almost rolled off the table when they did it. That's crazy. And I bet you I started crying then. And then and that was it. I was so big they had to put cloth drawers on me. Not the regular diapers. I had to use cloth drawers because they found out that I was allergic to the formula. I was allergic to the milk that they were putting in it. I had my lactose. I couldn't, that stuff was going right through me, they said. And they put me on some special stuff. That's crazy. I don't remember none of that stuff. And then my mother had this, even when she was pregnant with me, she had this weird thing that I used to do. She used to eat chalk. She literally used to eat chalk, man. You know the cooking chalk, the chalk that they call it chalk. No starch. You know the white starch that used to come in that old school blue box. She used to eat starch, and then I started eating it when I was young. It's not good to do that. Yeah, she said regardless if he's breathing, we need to see some reflexes. And then she dropped me, and I started crying. Dropped me right on my. She might have dropped me on my head, yo. I don't know. I don't know, but it broke the damn scale. And then the doctor came in, the Indian doctor told my aunt, oh no, he's fine. She said, what do you mean he's fine? She just dropped him. Oh no, he's fine. It happens all the time. I'm like, damn. I was born with CTE. They gave me CTE, man, already. But yeah, so Liz is getting ready to be somebody's mother. That's crazy, man. Yeah, cornstarch. That's what my mother used to eat. She used to eat cornstarch, and I started eating it. That's a bad addiction. I forget what that's the reason why people do that. But then we stopped. Like the doctor told her to stop. My aunt is funny, man. That's where I get my sense of humor from. My mother was like, she said my mom used to tell me the stories. She said I can't stop eating, and I'm always thirsty. She said, yeah, because you got the sugar now, because your ass keep eating and you huge. She said my mother had the sugar. That's the old school term to say you got diabetes. You sure you got the sugar? Your sugar acting up. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and sign off of here and get ready to do this block. I have to get another phone to show y'all when I'm going around, but I have to do that next time. I gotta get another phone though. So yeah, I will catch you guys later. But I will talk more about this situation with Nancy Guthrie later tonight, and I may talk about Luigi a little bit. I didn't get a chance to go to his any of his court appearances because one of his attorneys is Diddy's attorney, lead attorney. You remember Diddy's lead attorney? That's his attorney. Him and his wife is representing Luigi. You said it's fun having a kid, but it's not easy either, right? That's a lot. It's a lot to do. But Liz really wanted one. She really did. She's happy about it. She don't care about all that staying up late. She really wanted one. Yep. So there she go. Got an opportunity. But anyway, guys, it's hot. It's hot out here. It got to be like 90 degrees. But let me go ahead and get out of here before my phone shut off. I will come. We'll talk to y'all when I get to the house.